You're live.
Jason from TimetoShrink, and it's time to...
Well, it's time for me to drink.
It's time for you to drink. Yeah, very, very sadly, I am... It's not sad. It's just sad. It's just sad in the moment.
It's not sad.
It's not sad at all, but I am doing an elimination diet. I have had this major flare-up on my face that apparently I have rosacea. That's not what tonight's about, but it kind of triggered me to realize that I need to clean up a lot of stuff. So I'm kind of doing a detox of all kinds of possible triggers, and so I'm following like an elimination diet, and part of it is no alcohol. So I'm gonna make myself a little mocktail before we get started. I had a couple different kombuchas in the fridge that I've been saving them to make drinks with, but I'm just gonna make a mocktail. I'm just gonna call it that to make myself feel better. It's really, I'm just drinking kombucha. But this was Be Well Tonic. I don't care for this one. And then this one, if you'll watch us very often, you know that sometimes I accidentally say some references that I get super embarrassed about. Well, just the name of the drink tonight is gonna do it. This would be the G-Spot kombucha. Open after party is what it says right on the can. But it is so good. Hey Marla, it is so good. But kombucha does have some sugar, so I'm gonna pour it in my nice little copper mug so that I can make myself feel good. Yeah, you can get rid of that one. Then I'm just gonna cut it with some sparkling water. Again, this way at least I feel like I'm drinking something bubbly and I can be part of the party without actually having any alcohol. So, all right. So tonight is going to be Jason's favorites.
Which, incidentally, are not Erica's favorites.
Not at all. Like
it kind of works out because you're not drinking.
What we like is not the same at all, so it won't. I'm not going to be tempted either way. Like, I am set on my plan.
Right.
Put it right under my face, my very favorite candy or my very favorite piece of cheese, and I would not eat it. Like, I am determined.
She's ready.
But he did decide to be nice and make drinks that I wouldn't like.
Yeah, they're
one
of my favorites.
Get rid of these.
Yeah, pull up your stool, whatever you want to do. I don't know if you're standing or sitting.
I'm gonna sit.
You want to do.
I mean, I might as well.
Right.
I'm wearing my pajama pants and everything, y'all. Super.
The one I'm going to drink, and I don't have the need, but we'll get that in a minute. So this is Sazerac. This is a very, I don't know, traditional type of cocktail.
Sazerac is a New Orleans cocktail, right?
Yeah, and I make mine with rye whiskey and cognac. Some people just do rye whiskey, but I like to add the cognac. You know, we like to do things a little bit different here. I also add an ice cube where most people, they shake it and then strain it, but we're gonna do it this way. So it's a lot of fun, easy drink to make if you have the ingredients, and
like usual, we kind of do
delicious.
Our adaptation on things.
Yes.
Like we usually do some kind of something different, but you know, there's nothing new under the sun. So I'm sure somebody else has done what we've done.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. There's nothing new, but it's very much like an old fashioned. We've got our TimeToDrink sugar cubes, low carb sugar cubes here. We use about 4 to get the size of an actual sugar cube. All it is some.
It's golden. It's Lakanto's golden sweetener.
Yeah, that's what this is right here.
Yeah.
And so you can use these packets. You don't have to use the sugar cubes because you're just going to crush the sugar cubes up.
But I like the look and feel of it being the same. So I like to make the sugar cubes. It's literally all I do is put them in a little mini ice cube tray, and I let them sit for a few days until they harden, and I pop them out.
The longer they sit, the better they are.
And they stay hard forever.
You have to pop them out because they kind of, I don't know if you can even see that. There's two colors to it.
Yeah, they kind of start to darken, get a little darker brown too, which looks more like
like the sugar cubes, like the raw sugar cubes and everything.
Yeah, the raw sugar.
All right, so making a Sazerac, really one of my new favorite drinks. Just discovered it not too long ago. We got 4 of our TimetoShrink sugar cubes, equal to like a sugar cube, which I think is like a teaspoon, maybe. I don't know.
It looks like about a teaspoon.
Yeah, I think that's what it usually comes out to. It's about a teaspoon. So going with 3 dashes of the Peychaud bitters, 2 of the Angostura, and you can do what you want. For this drink, I stay pretty classic to these 2 bitters. You know, I always say, like, drink the bitters you like, use what you want, don't let people tell you you're doing it wrong.
You said you were going to make things I didn't like. This one I don't mind.
Well, but
starting out strong.
well, but this is my favorite one.
This is his favorite.
This is one I won't be drinking. So.
This is the only one of the night that I would drink.
You want some bitters in your mocktail there?
I wonder what that would do.
Oh, geez, I completely screwed this. So I screwed the whole drink up.
What'd you do?
We absolutely screwed the whole drink up. Jack, give me a glass.
Yes,
Oh
we are off to a start. What did you do?
You have to spray the glass.
Oh, you missed the absinthe.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all.
That's
a really important
Like, this is
step.
so important.
Backing it up. So if you're just coming in, you've missed nothing. Update. Erica is not drinking alcohol right now, so I have my mocktail, aka just a kombucha and sparkling water, but I put it in a fun little cup so I could feel apart.
Yeah. So.
And Jason messed up.
So normally what you would do is take like a
just get rid of this
No,
one.
I'm gonna use it.
Oh, okay.
You would take like a 1/16 of absinthe and you would put it in the glass and you would kind of like work it around and they say to discard extra. We have like this.
Yeah.
I don't
If
know
you
what this
have
is,
our
but
cookbook, our low carb cocktails book, I tell you all the different tools that we use for everything, and this exact mister is in that.
You know
It's listed on the Amazon. Yeah, we just start
I'm just gonna
over,
do it
babe.
over
Just
again.
start over.
we
But
got
I
one.
love this. It's really, I think it's supposed to be a perfume sprayer. No,
Yeah.
no, I know what it
Lotuses.
is. It's supposed to be a spritzer to water orchids.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like things like that.
All right. So there
But
you
it
go.
works perfectly for this.
Oh, I love it, and we're gonna use it in other
If you
ways
don't
tonight too.
have
So
one, you could swirl, put some in the
Yeah,
bottom and
I showed
swirl your drink around. You talked about that?
Yeah.
Oh. I apparently wasn't listening, y'all.
you were too busy making fun of me. So
Hey, Katie. Hey.
now the one
Happy
thing
Friday.
I don't love about the La Canta is it doesn't like dissolve perfectly when you're making.
Which
your-
I kind of like that little bit.
Yeah,
of
it
the
gives it a
sugar.
little bit, but you have to play with. I think you have to play with your cocktail a little
But
bit
I feel
more.
like real raw sugar doesn't always dissolve.
No, it
super
doesn't.
either.
It doesn't. It doesn't. All right. So for our Sazerac, we got the sugar cubes, we got the bitters.
Thank you, Katie.
Spray with absinthe. I'm gonna go with 1.5 ounces of the rye vodka. I love Bullet. I really do. It's really, truly one of my favorite liquors. I don't know. I just love it. And then this is a cognac. I just picked it up
They were
today.
out of his favorite,
The-
so he just bought a little mini.
The store here where we live, like we've got a Total Beer and Wine, which when we go to, it's great, but it's on the other side of town, kind of. And
Yeah.
the local place, it's great if we're going for like bourbons or vodkas or what's it,
You said
tequilas.
tequila,
Oh my
they
gosh, I
had
have a
good
ton of tequila.
tequila.
But if you want something specialized, like even like a good gin, they only have like the mainstream rums. Like you can't get the good dark or rums or anything like that.
Like a Total Wine.
So I just went with a little bottle of the what is this?
I don't know.
Courvoisier. It's the Courvoisier. It's okay. It's fine. But I just didn't want a whole bottle of it.
Yeah.
So I like to stir the sugar cube up a little bit before I do anything else. A lot of people, like traditionally, you would make a Sazerac in a cocktail shaker, and you would strain it. It would be chilled, and one would be ice in it. But I like kind of
This
the
is
old
his version.
fashioned.
This is how he likes to drink
I kind of
it.
like the old fashioned feel of it. So
And another thing, y'all, is if this is a drink you've never tried before and say you've never had cognac, it's good to buy something smaller to see if it's something you're even interested in sometimes. We say that all the time.
Yeah.
Like with different gins, if it's an alcohol that you're new to, it's great to buy miniature versions, even if you can get even smaller than this often, and then see what you like, you know, because everything does not taste the same.
and if you're making your TimetoShrink, your low carb brandy triple sec, you can use brandy instead if that's what you have.
Yeah, you could.
They're really the same thing. It's just, it's like what champagne is to sparkling wine, cognac is to brandy.
Is that right? I didn't know that. I did not know that. I'm learning something new, y'all.
All right, and then like I said, I like to go with one of our bigger ice cubes in here. Just rimmed it with a little lemon juice. You could also use an orange here if you wanted. Lemon's the traditional. And I like to just leave the ice in there, let it melt around it. Kind of gives it like the old-fashioned feel. Erica does kind of like this drink, but...
Yeah, I do like this one. He lied to me. He said he was making 3 drinks that I didn't
Well, I'm
like.
making 3 drinks so you don't like.
Oh, you're making more than...
Well, I'm not making 2 drinks.
Okay, whatever. That's fine. Like I said, nothing is going to tempt me right now. I am determined to get my health back on track, y'all, and I don't know that alcohol is a huge factor, but it could be, and I'd rather just do 0 for like 6 weeks and then slowly introduce different things back in than just have a little bit here and there right now. So, long story short, over on my YouTube channel. This is my YouTube channel. This is not Instagram. I will be coming out tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. y'all and explaining what the next little while is going to look like on my channel, and that's also going to talk about my health journey. So I'll explain all of why I'm not drinking and all of that tomorrow. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy my G-Spot, which is the name of the kombucha. I did not name it.
Yeah.
That was what it's called.
Later when we're Netflix and chill, if you watch the last live stream, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I love this.
If you didn't,
go watch it. It's worth it. Go watch it. It's totally worth it.
It's at 16 minutes.
It's 16 minutes.
16-minute mark. I know.
It's our Halloween special.
My friends have all gone to watch it.
So this is Sazerac. I love the lemon in it. You get kind of the bouquet of the lemon. I don't think that's the right word for the liquor, but you definitely get a nose full of the lemon as you're drinking it. It's definitely worth having.
Hazel always feels the need to come and be
And you know what I like to do with our citrus is like, say if I'm making a drink, I'd probably drink 2 of these in a night, right? So I take 2 of my shavings off of the lemon, and then we would just leave it like this because we're not going to use the juice. And a lot of times we use oranges and things, so the peels keep the oil. Like they're not quite as oily.
Yeah, when you do it with the oranges, Caroline just eats them behind.
Yeah, she just eats them behind me.
She just cuts into them and eats
Which
them later.
annoys me because I'm saving those oranges for the next night so I can get more peel off of it. You just make a little bit bigger peel, maybe put a little flame to it, get a little more oil off of it. But you can really get 2 nights out of.
Thank you, Marla.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Erica's not happy.
I'm not.
All right, so let me clean this up. I'll make one that I know you don't like next.
Make one that you know I don't. And y'all, by the way, if you want to make what he's making, I did go ahead tonight.
Yeah.
I was on top of things tonight, and it is down below already. I usually post the stuff after the live because I'm just not prepared. But Jason had it all typed up and everything for y'all. Hopefully he typed it up right because I didn't even read it. I just copied and pasted.
And I did on the iPad too, so.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe, Jack, you should read and make sure that there's no errors in that. I don't know. You won't even know.
All right. And I saw somewhere, yeah. Hazel, what you doing?
Y'all, my dog, I know you can't really see her because she's not quite tall enough. Maybe you can, but she's like all over around us. She is not like when we're not paying her all of the attention.
All right, this next drink, we were out drinking with friends, not out drinking, but we were at a friend's house drinking, and we were just like making stuff, finding stuff, and we were making martinis, and then she was like,
"Yay,
let's
Carol,
do something.
so glad.
Let's do something with pickles and tequila."
Yeah, not me, Lacey, my friend.
And this new drink was born. So I'm calling this the Atomic Pickle Martini, I think is what we called it. Just because we have these spicy atomic pickles that we get at Aldi. If you like spicy and you like pickles and you see these at the Aldi.
Yeah. They run out so fast, so every time I see them, I buy them like 2.
They're so good.
At least
They're
2
so good. So it's kind of like a martini, except it uses tequila. I don't know if you want to.
What do you want, babe?
I don't know if you want to put some pickles on my.
Sure.
Put on toothpick there for us. So very classic. I'm using just Reposado. This is Epsilon. We talk about it all the time. Actually, running out of this one. Actually, the pepper might be cool in it. I don't know.
I know. That's what I was just thinking.
So this is Epsilon. It's kind of like a martini idea, but with tequila. So you make it a martini. You would go with 2.5 ounces of your liquor. So we're going 2, and we'll call that a half of tequila. Now, the vermouth, especially for this one, the vermouth is very much optional. It kind of takes the bite off of it, like the really bitterness of it, because this
pickle juice.
This drink is
tequila.
tequila.
I gotta wash my hands. I'll be right back, y'all.
This drink is tequila and pickle juice, y'all. So
that just sounds so gross.
It can really, depending on the pickle, like the quality of the pickle you have and everything, it can really have some bite to it. I'm making it like a martini, of course, so I'm going with a little bit of vermouth. Just, you could go half ounce. I think I said 3/4 of an ounce on the recipe.
When you and Lacey made it, you didn't have the spicy pickles.
Oh, we didn't have the spicy pickles. But we had a high quality.
You'll have to make her one with the spicy.
Yeah.
I did taste this, y'all, and I mean, surprisingly, it wasn't bad. It's not something that I'm probably going to request, but they were all about it. They really enjoyed it. This is like one of Jason's favorite drinks.
So, put the pickle juice in. Since I'm doing the vermouth, I would do an ounce of pickle juice. If I didn't have the vermouth in it, I'd probably go with a half ounce of pickle juice, just because there's so much bite to it. And then, sure.
All right, y'all. My dog, our sweet dog, okay, why is that not going? It usually fits on this one. My sweet dog Hazel does not like when we are not paying her attention. She is walking back and forth behind the camera with a toy in her mouth, crying. So if you hear that, she's fine. She's fine.
All right, that's a pinch of salt to it. Of course, there's no gin in this, so we're just going to shake it in our martini shaker. And pour into a coupe glass, martini glass, whatever you have. Look at that color. So disgusting looking.
I was just going to say it actually looks pretty.
It looks pretty. It looks pretty.
I was just going to say it actually looks pretty.
All right.
You just have to know what you're getting when you're served this. I'm sure. Let's see if you can sip it without the thing. There it goes. It's fine though. It's a pretty garnish.
Yeah, it really is. That looks really good. All right, so that's it's the spicy pickle.
You're
martini.
making it sound like you don't like it.
No, they're fun. They're just not a first drink of the evening.
First drink of the evening.
They're just not a first drink of the evening.
Yeah, y'all might have been a few drinks in when you created that one.
So there you go, lots of fun. The vermouth really does cut it. If you have the vermouth, it really does actually makes it a really refreshing, sippable drink. So I do think the vermouth has a place there. All right, we're just moving along here, making a few drinks. Clean out my shaker. What am I making next?
Oh,
a mess.
Making a mess behind the scenes is what we're making.
Do you want the other shaker?
No.
Thanks, Marla said awesome idea for the sugar cubes. I just saw that.
Yeah, the sugar cubes are great.
They're
really
so
are.
easy to make, y'all, and they really just blend something.
Play with the bitters a little bit better.
We also, like, if you're into old fashions, which we both really like, it's worth making these because they just last and they're so easy. Oh, hey! How are you, Patrice? So glad you made it. Tonight is drinks Jason likes, Patrice, because I am not drinking right now currently, which I'm okay with, but right now I'm not okay with.
That's so much fun.
Yeah, so I'm having kombucha.
All right, so I made this Sazerac, really my favorite, absolute favorite. You just kind of combine all the ingredients. I like to put an ice cube in it, chill it, drink it, let it mature, kind of like an old-fashioned. Absolutely fabulous. We got the spicy pickle. Atomic,
the spicy atomic
martini,
pickle martini, is that what you called it? Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Yeah. Lots of fun. That
Atomic martini.
Atomic martini, that's what it was.
Alright, so now we're going to make something, which this next drink I think is really kind of fun. And it's a take on Bloody Mary, right? Mm-hmm. And you think Bloody Marys are like the breakfast brunch type of drink.
Yeah.
And this is just like it. It's called a Bloody Maria. It has tequila in it, but I think it's like a really cool drink because like you go to brunch or you go to a plate and like you get your glass and you get to go and all the stuff's already out and you add all your stuff. But what if you were like having like a few friends over and you were making like fajitas or nachos, right? And so you already have all the stuff that you want to put into it out, or like even if you like are a Taco Tuesday type of family and the kids are always eating Taco Tuesday and you're like, God, I can get the drink. Yeah, you can have your Bloody Maria with it. So I think it's just kind of a cool thing to have on hand, and it's a lot of fun. So
and y'all have been asking us to come bring a Bloody Mary, and we haven't made our own version yet. We just haven't played with it, but this one is readily available. This mix, and we like it, and it's low carb. It's readily available in the South. I don't know if it's available everywhere, but it's local. It's from Charleston, but I've seen it at Total Beer and Wine. So if it's at Total Beer and Wine, it's likely available.
Yeah. But just look like.
But this is low carb.
I know.
This is 4 carbs and 1 dietary fiber for 3 ounces. So this is totally doable as a low carb mix.
4 minus 1 is 3.
3. 3 for 3 ounces.
Yeah, so ideally you'd want to do about 4 ounces, so you're looking at about 4 carbs probably, which
for a drink that has tomatoes in it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. And you think about like a Bloody Mary, like I said, you know, you do it with friends or over. Like nobody sits down and drinks a whole bottle or a whole, you know,
it's like a party.
It's
thing.
like a party thing.
Yeah.
So you're drinking
brunch
one,
or
maybe
whatever.
2. So it's just kind of fun that way. So let me clean up a little bit because there's so much to this.
Yeah. Clean up your clutter, baby.
All right, we like to rim the glass. We've been going back and forth on what we're going to rim it in. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. Just look at the carbs. Like I've picked up a bunch of them at the liquor store.
There are some that have a ton of
The
carbs.
Mr. and Mrs. T's, which is like the big national brand, it's a ton of carbs.
Because they add unnecessary sugar, like an
stuff.
added sugar, not just from the tomatoes.
And I guess you could make them with just tomato juice, too.
You could, but well, the point when you make your own, use tomato juice, but then you add all the spices and the Worcestershire and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the point of this is that it's all in here, so you're not supposed to have to add stuff. You add stuff, but there are a little bit of carbs in that. Yeah, because it's in here already.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can kick out the Worcestershire sauce. I don't care.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the point of the mix. Is that like
it
says literally it says 2/3 mix, 1/3 vodka, garnish and serve over ice.
Yeah. Right. It's supposed to be all there for you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be easy.
All right. So, what do we want to rim this with? It's a tequila drink. It's a tomato-based drink. We've gone back and
I'm saying the sriracha.
yeah, I was thinking this. You could do some salt with a little bit of spice put into it, kind of like what we do with the spicy.
You can just do lime salt.
Did we pull
I set
them
them out. They're right there.
Yeah, so we got these great fresh jacks. These are all really good.
Yeah. If you
Pepper habanero is really probably gonna be my favorite one for this. Eric is thinking sriracha. I don't really think
but
sriracha
this
with
one
Mexico.
right here is my
That's what we do
favorite
with
thing.
tequila.
This habanero lime hot sea salt, rim any glass in any kind of tequila type drink. This is my favorite margarita rimmer. I am obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with this company. It's my whole spice cabinet. But this stuff here, if you're into making margaritas or any kind of tequila drinks, oh my gosh. Deborah said you could use celery salt. You totally could.
You could use celery
You could
salt
add
too.
some celery salt to it.
And
that
you
would
could,
totally
you might
work.
want some celery salt to put in the
Yeah,
Bloody
that
Mary
would
when you're
totally
making.
work. But before he makes this drink, I'm just going to plug, this is obviously not sponsored, but I'm just going to plug it because I love
These are
it.
great.
This is always listed down below in the description. If you're interested in trying Fresh Jacks, you can get 5 of this size in a set, and you can pick anything that you want and make your own set, or 3 like big bottles. It's really pretty affordable. And the quality is the best of any spice I've ever gotten. Anyways.
The other thing I like to do with it sometimes is put some of the taco seasoning on it, but the taco seasoning is so
Kind of overpowering,
messy.
isn't
And it's
it?
so messy. It like gets
Messier than the
everywhere,
salt.
and it's like it's just like I don't. So I'm not gonna fool with that tonight. We're just gonna do a little
All right,
bit
y'all.
of a
Which
rim.
one should he use?
We're just gonna do a little bit
Pepper
of a rim.
habanero lime, or sriracha?
There it is.
Which one should we use, y'all? Y'all tell us. While he's getting
We're
everything
gonna-
else ready.
We're gonna rim it. I like this allulose. What is this? I don't even
It's
know.
allulose. It's just
Yeah,
liquid
this liquid
allulose.
allulose. This isn't really a sweet drink, but this has enough of a stick to it.
Yeah, it's just.
Especially if you're not going with a fine powder, peppered habanero.
All right, there,
have
Lindsay.
fun here.
We're gonna do pepper habanero.
Just for you, Lindsay.
That's the one he wanted to use anyways. That was his first choice. I was
We might
saying
be out of that after
sriracha.
this.
We're getting, yeah.
We
I
might
mean,
have some more. I think we
we
have more
need
of
to
this.
order some more of some, like a bunch of stuff that I'm almost out of. Habanero lime is the best. Oh my gosh.
We also
so
have
good.
that ghost
on
pepper salt. We actually
whatever.
put some of the ghost pepper salt.
Ghost pepper salt. Oh my gosh.
Just put these up here.
As a native Marylander, I always wonder, is Jason, yeah, he's from PA. He knew that. That's hilarious. Yeah, he's from Pittsburgh. He is not a Southern guy at all. He's been down here since college. He went to the University of South Carolina. That's where we met. But he is from Pittsburgh. Whitney knew. He tries to put some Southern drawl in there sometimes, but it's definitely not his standard, y'all. This kombucha is actually really good. It would be better with a little alcohol in it, but you know. You do what you gotta do.
The thing I really like about these fresh jacks, like these spicy ones, there's a ghost pepper one, there's this habanero one, there's a sriracha one, they're not overpowering.
Anne said she just added the habanero lime salt to her chili that's on the stove right now.
Oh.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh my
we're
gosh,
not allowed
yeah.
to, and we're not allowed to add the habanero lime to food.
Yeah,
that's
it's the spot.
exclusively for Erica's margaritas, but
I love the habanero lime. I do use it sometimes. Yeah, kombucha is so refreshing, and I'm on some antibiotics right now, so whenever I'm on antibiotics, I like to get the live probiotics, so kombucha, a little bit of kombucha every day is my favorite way to get it, especially right now because I'm not doing dairy, so I couldn't even do yogurt. I haven't tried the non-dairy yogurt. I never really ventured into that world because I don't really want to be non-dairy. It makes me very sad. Like, I'm sad to give up alcohol for a little while. I am so sad to give up dairy. Oh.
Alright, so just get a glass. I know you do. Just get a glass and start building whatever you want. What am I making? A Bloody Maria.
Bloody Maria.
So again, I'm going with the Reposado. I also have a Blanco I like that I can go with here, but this is available, so we'll do it. I'm gonna go 2 ounces again. You can do as much alcohol in this as you want. I would not do less than 2 ounces.
Yeah, because you would lose the flavor.
Yeah,
Because
you lose the
this
flavor.
has so much flavor.
So we're saying it's 4 minus 1. I think is what we
3
said.
carbs, yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm gonna-
Lindsay, I agree. Like, I wish because of packaging, I wish they could send us like refills for our glass bottles, or their larger bottles too. That would be nice. That's something that maybe I'll suggest to them next time I talk to them. I don't know if they've thought about that, but it would probably be less money for them too to send things in like that plastic packaging, like in a larger amount. I don't know. That's a really good idea.
They'd probably have to tool up to make the new packaging.
Yeah, I mean, they're a small family-owned company, but y'all, they're growing like crazy. I don't know how small they are. They actually just moved into a new building, so.
Half an ounce of lime juice just because it does add a little bit of
Oh,
carb.
Whitney, yeah, not yet. Whitney says she would kill for a Bloody Mary, but she's 10 days post-op VSG. Well, then you're right with me, Whitney. No alcohol. No alcohol club. Thanks for hanging out anyways.
This is green chili hot sauce. This is one of those, I love to get hot sauces as presents like Christmas time and everything. So
lots of people buy him hot sauce at Christmas, which is always awesome.
Whatever you
loves
want.
it.
Like I said, we got the taco bar out for the kids, so there's a little taco sauce sitting around, some squirts of that in there. Whatever you like.
Hey girl, hey Kelly, hey Janet.
Somebody said something about celery salt. That's an absolute must for a
celery salt. Yeah.
Bloody Mary, but we're gonna go with this ghost pepper habanero, or what is this ghost pepper?
It's gonna be spicy.
No, that's the thing about it. It's not.
Well, that is the thing about these
really,
fresh jack salts, these seasoning
like ghost
salts.
pepper. You put that much ghost pepper on something, you're done.
Yeah, if you typically you would think these were gonna be like crazy spicy, but they're not. They are so well balanced, y'all. Toasting you with my Crystal Light. That works.
Actually, Jackson, do you need the Boston sugar?
Good. There's a couple people that can't drink right now that are with me with the sparkling water. That makes me feel better. That makes me feel better. All right, cutting up an avocado.
I can remember there was a place.
That's a nice avocado.
Yeah. You don't even need it. There was a place down at the Don't put it in there.
It's not going down the drain. It's just sitting there for right now. Sorry, I always throw stuff at the sink as for my trash can.
And then I always fix the disposal. There's a place down in Charleston or around Charleston that we used to go to for breakfast. My dad loved to go there, and the reason he loved to go there is because of the Bloody Mary.
Because of the Bloody Mary
and
bar.
they always had like your glass, right, and Boston Shaker sitting there because you had to do it all. They brought you a pint glass with 2 ounces of vodka, and then you went and did it.
You did the whole thing.
And
That was why
I
I
could
loved
not get my dad to shake his with, like, he refused to shake his with the shaker. But that was just my dad.
That was just your dad being your dad. What do you? I'm making this like I'm about to
I
make
want like a
guacamole.
wedge. I'm doing it just the other way.
I was not thinking.
Yeah, you know, like
Here we go.
top it off.
Avocado is something I can eat.
Put a little.
I think alcohol sales spiked since November 3rd. Oh my gosh. I think everybody's been drinking a lot right now. Yeah. It's been sad not to be able to have a glass of wine in my hand. Actually, I haven't watched a lot of it. I'm burying my head in the sand a little bit, and I come out and I ask Jason or I ask my kids, and then I bury it back. Like, I am so stressed out by it all. Yeah. I'm sipping on apple cider vinegar tonic recipe from another YouTuber. Tastes so tasty, it makes my belly feel good. That's awesome. I used to do an apple cider vinegar drink every day that had apple cider vinegar and lemon and ginger. And I don't know.
Are you serious?
Of course, I picked the one that has the sticker. I'm so sorry. Presentation, Erica. But I got away from doing that. I do take apple cider vinegar pills now, but while I'm working on my health, I think I probably need to go back to that drink once a day. That's a good reminder. Thank you, Deborah. I think I'm going to add that back in.
So there we go. Bloody Maria. Make Taco Tuesday into awesome Taco Tuesday.
So, in, I don't know, 6 weeks or so when I'm allowed to do Taco Tuesday, I probably won't even like that though. That's probably, I'm not a huge Bloody Mary fan. I'm not a huge cold tomato fan. Like, I don't even like gazpacho. It's just not my thing. But if it's spicy enough, then I would sometimes like it. But right now, I can't do spicy either, so.
But I can do this right now.
I could eat this avocado though.
I'm going to get up tomorrow morning and watch the soccer. Instead of having a pint, I'm going to be making myself some Bloody Marys.
You gonna make Bloody Marys tomorrow or Bloody Marias?
Probably Bloody Marys.
Bloody Marys. You need the olives and the celery. I know he didn't really think that through. You need a lot more happening there.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, you're
that's
saying
why it's so perfect if you have
it's not a
people
Bloody
over.
Mary, it's just a Bloody Mary.
Well, no, if you have people over and you're doing
Then you
fajitas
can have
and
all
you're doing
the
nachos,
sides.
and then it's already there. It's fun. It's kind of
You
cool.
could have all the sides.
Otherwise, that's
Although
that's the hardest thing about making a Bloody Mary is you've got to pull all that stuff out. You got
Yeah.
to figure out where it
I don't know
is.
if I want to put an olive in that, but I don't like
You can
olives.
black olive.
You could. I don't like olives. I guess you put black olives, maybe. 13 months out and have yet to have a drink. Gosh, Carol, lay on my butt. Yeah, Carol, I definitely couldn't wait that long. And truthfully, I know a lot of people say after VSG surgery that it hits them harder. Alcohol never hit me harder. That was never an issue for me. I had a glass of champagne a few months in, and it was just like the last time I'd had a glass of champagne. It hasn't hit me hard at all. I don't know if I just have a natural tolerance or something. I have no idea. It doesn't seem to matter if I take 6 months or a year off of drinking or if I drink 3 or 4 or 5 times a week. It's always the same. Or go hardcore like those places that garnish their Bloody Mary with a slider or bacon. Oh yes, if we were having y'all over for a Bloody Mary or a Bloody Maria party, we'd have the bacon, we'd have the blue cheese, we'd have all of it. You know, we might even have little mini chicken, like little mini
We have chicken wings.
chicken. That's not what I'm trying to say.
Hey, Dad,
Yeah.
your sister wants me to tell you that she loves Bloody Marys. She
Yes.
can't figure out how to use the chat, so she texted me.
Hey Kay, I'm glad you're watching us.
Yeah, I know. I was telling the
Next
story.
time you come over, maybe we'll have that.
I got, hey,
He was just telling the story about Dad. I don't know if you were on yet.
I got an extra
Dad's
bottle. It's
Bloody
sitting
Mary
it's sitting in the cooler over there.
Yeah,
Come
we
on up,
do
we'll
have
drink it.
to.
Next time I come down, I'll bring it.
Yeah.
It'll be awesome. Yeah, I was telling the story. I don't know if you were on. I was telling the story about going to the restaurant and Dad. You know Dad. All right. Last drink of the night, unless we get some kind of request or something.
Yeah,
one of
y'all
my
are
favorites.
welcome to tell us if there's something you'd like that you have that you'd love to drink that you would like us to keto-fy or make low
Y'all are
carb.
moving
I
fast.
know a lot of people like to drink lower carb just because it's lower calorie as well. So like you totally don't have to be keto to want to drink lower carb drinks because it's naturally going to be less calories when we're talking alcoholic beverages because it's all that sugary stuff that gives you all those extra calories. So you do not have to be a low carber or a keto person to want to drink lower carb drinks because a lot of people don't want to drink all of their calories in their alcohol, right? A margarita, that is my favorite, Kelly. I can make you a margarita. Gin and tonic is not okay for keto. Tonic is full of sugar, but it's super easy if you use diet tonic. Just ask for diet tonic. Gin and tonic is something you can very easily order out. Just ask for diet tonic. I have had a couple of clients think they were doing really well drinking gin and tonics, and they weren't wondering why they weren't showing ketones because they didn't realize that tonic had sugar. Tonic has a lot of carbs, y'all, a lot of sugar.
I don't know if I can make a margarita. I don't know if we have.
Do we not have lime?
I don't know if we don't have lime ice. I don't think.
Well,
you gotta have lime ice. Here's a tonic mixture.
Okay, this is one of the tonic mixers. Kelly. Zevia makes a tonic water. So these you can buy on Amazon. You can buy them at a lot of like Total Beer and Wine places have these kind of things too. And a lot of bars now are carrying diet tonic of some sort, but this is one that we have and that we use as a mixer. For sure. Have you made a White Russian keto yet? Yes, we did that on the last live.
Oh yeah, a couple lives ago.
But he can make that. Okay, so apparently we don't have everything that we need for a margarita.
We do.
Oh, you found it? Okay.
We'll make that.
Okay.
You want me to make that right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Go in order.
You should make a margarita with this diet.
Do you want to make a spicy margarita, or you want a plain margarita? If you buy our low carb cookbook, there's all kinds of margaritas. There's a hibiscus one.
If you want a low carb, I mean, I'm not trying to sell cookbooks, but if you want to make a low carb margarita, you almost have to get the cookbook because
you need to know how to make
the triple sec.
You need to know how to make triple sec. That's where you get hung up with a margarita. You have to know how to make low carb triple sec. It's super easy, like super easy, but you have to make that ahead. So there is that extra step where the G&T, all you do is get the diet.
You gotta have triple sec. Here's a bottle we just have, and what it is like 35 carbs.
When we're trying to make something for the cookbook, or when we're trying to make something, we buy the real thing. Although this one we had from
we had that from
regular. We've had this for years, probably.
Probably, but there's like 35.
There's a lot of carbs in this regular
triple sec margarita. So we get rid of this one. We make our own. We use brandy and oranges, and a little bit of essential oil for it, orange oil for it. But they're delicious. They really, I mean, if you are a margarita person and you want to be low carb, the cookbook is what you want. It really is.
It just makes
Jack,
it easy.
get the salter out, please.
Kelly was asking about creamy type drinks, like rum chata type drinks.
The what?
The salter for the margarita.
The creamy type drinks are doable. They took us a little bit more finesse, a little bit more work sometimes to get it exactly right. I mean, heavy cream obviously is fine on keto, is low carb, so that part is fine. You just have to get in all of the different mixers and make them make the syrups in the mixers. You have to make low carb versions of those and then put it together, so that will totally work. And Deborah, we are totally going to do a holiday drink thing, very beginning of December probably, and so eggnog, Irish cream, all those kind of holiday drinks, a mulled cider, a red sangria. We're gonna do all that kind of stuff coming up for sure. It's gonna be a little harder because I can't really drink them right now, so Jason's gonna have to be just my taster, and I'll make them and you taste them.
I made all the Halloween drinks.
You did make all the Halloween drinks.
All right, are we making this spicy? Did we get an answer on that, or she just
didn't say? So just go straight. I was
all
telling someone on Facebook about your infused alcohols using the whipped cream canister, right?
Definitely.
That is the fastest, easiest, coolest way to make infusions ever. Like, I love doing that.
So the hardest, like the triple sec is a huge challenge to the margarita. The lime is a huge challenge to the margarita because you need 3 ounces of lime juice. You need the triple sec. So you're talking like 40 plus carbs, right? Yeah. So here's our recipe. This is fresh squeeze. We use,
Jackson, look that drink up. Chi-Chi.
We use the volcano lemon juice. Don't use the lime juices. Don't use the store-bought lime juices. Squeeze your own. This is fresh squeezed lime juice.
But we came up with a really great way to cut down
ounce and a half of that.
To cut down the carbs by using less lime.
Yeah. And it's
this thing right here. You don't have to make it, you just buy it. Sparkling ice, lemon, lime. We use these
in all
different
kinds of
flavors
stuff.
of them.
This is
and
the
all
best
kinds
one.
of stuff.
This is the best one.
It's a pina colada with vodka.
Yes, we will do hot buttered rum too.
Okay.
A pina colada with vodka.
Okay, we can do that. Not tonight.
Not tonight. But we'll look into a chi-chi. But in the cookbook, we have a pina colada. So you could take my pina colada recipe and then turn it into that probably.
All right, so you got.
Sorry, I'm reading too because people are writing stuff.
Ounce and a half of the fresh lime juice, an ounce and a half of the sparkling ice. That gives you your 3 ounces of your lime kind of flavoring, because that's really what a margarita is. You don't want to get what the mix is. You want to make it fresh.
And we have bought some of the low carb mixes and just really been disappointed. So this is the way to do it, right? The sparkling ice was brilliant. We tried so many different brands and different things and different ways to make it low carb. We really put a lot of work into it, and that was really the thing. Yeah,
this is brandy with orange in it. It takes about 2 weeks to make it the quick way. It takes about a month to make it the longer way.
But the only actual work is peeling your oranges, right?
Right.
I mean, it's super simple.
Yeah.
Super simple.
So I got half an ounce of that in there.
We did nothing in this book that's complicated. If you think that these drinks would be too complicated and it's not worth it, I promise you it's super, super easy. And I think y'all would really be happy. I feel like I'm talking about the cookbook a lot, but
if you want a margarita, you gotta buy it. If you love margaritas, it's
cranberry infused cocktails. Did I put cranberry in the sangria?
Maybe.
I think I did. I'm working on a red sangria that I think has a cranberry in it.
I know we're all over the place, so we've got, I always like to recap.
Sorry,
We got an ounce and a half of the fresh lime, an ounce and a half of the sparkling lime ice, half an ounce of triple sec. I did about half an ounce, 3/4 of an ounce of swoon. This is the only shortcut we take. Like, this is the only store-bought stuff that we actually
You could totally make your own.
And you need a bottle of this to make your own triple sec. Okay?
Right.
So, very
Tell them
important there.
Why do we buy this instead of make it?
It just has a better mouthfeel to it.
Right. We have yet to create this exactly. It has like the mouthfeel, if you know what I'm saying. Like, it's just different. It's worth it. And I've yet to totally recreate that. So I do make a lot of my own syrups, but your simple syrups are a game changer. Thank you, Deborah.
All right,
I'm so glad you like it. And they're so simple, right, Deborah? Aren't they so simple to make?
I'm going Blanco here.
I'm like looking at the computer like I'm talking to Deborah, but Deborah's up here. I am so sorry, y'all. I struggle with where I'm looking.
I got 2 ounces of Blanco.
I'm sorry.
I would totally do reposado here, but I think I'm out. I wasn't planning on doing a lot of tequila tonight. This is El Mejor. We like it. I go a little bit pricier on the Blanco than I do on the reposado. Just better quality, a little better flavor. Reposado obviously has built-in quality to it. All right, shake with ice. And
thank you, Deborah. Deborah says our cookbook is great and unique.
That's what we wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Like, well, low carb and unique, like fun.
Yeah.
You know, you want to go to you can't go to a bar and order a low carb. Like, you go to all these cool bars.
It's very rare to find a low carb drink, other than just like a GN diet or like a diet Coke and whatever you want to
yeah, right. You can make anything with alcohol low carb, but you want like a cocktail and
yeah. So it's fun to do it at home, and we just, over COVID season, had all kinds of time on our hand and decided to start making drinks. We have never, ever been into creating cocktails before that. It just kind of came, and we started having fun with it and started doing this Friday nights, and we have so much fun with it. I'm having fun even though I'm not drinking.
Yeah.
I would have more fun if I was going to drink this margarita, y'all, because margaritas are my favorite.
All right, rim it with the salt. I've got it all made. Just to recap, I always like to recap. An ounce and a half of fresh lime, an ounce and a half of sparkling ice, half an ounce of our homemade triple sec. I already put the swoon away. Half an ounce to 3/4 of an ounce, depending on what you like in a margarita. 2 ounces of tequila, and you are good to go here.
Shake it, shake it, shake it.
Shake it and strain it. I gotta figure out what my strainer is.
However, this
And
is
there's
not.
a-
No,
there's
let
a-
me say this real quick
Okay.
before I forget. This is not the recipe for a frozen margarita.
No.
It does not convert well. I don't know why,
No.
but making a frozen margarita is a completely different ball game. I have a great recipe in the cookbook
cookbook.
again.
It's
I
a little
feel
bit
like I'm
more work.
saying cookbook
It's
too
a little bit
often.
more
I
work,
don't
but-
need to be pushing the cookbook, but this doesn't freeze the same way. Do we have a suggestion for a sugar rim? Absolutely. You can either use this same allulose
Yeah.
and rim it so that it's sticky, and then you roll
Oh,
it
yeah,
in then you just roll it in allulose, not liquid allulose, regular allulose, or you could roll it in Lakanto, any kind of like erythritol
Depends on what you're
sugar.
making.
You could. Well, she's asking how to make a sugar rim.
For what drink?
Well, just a basic sugar rim.
Like a sidecar?
No, baby, we're not getting specific. Some things you do a sugar rim and you just do a portion of it. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's just asking what kind of sugar to use.
Yeah, margarita.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm. It's not spicy. I like them spicy too.
Yeah, I like them spicy too.
But really easy.
2021 Time to Shrink reunion in Mexico.
Oh.
That sounds fun. We need a much bigger budget for that though. We need to get a lot more people watching for that trip. But that would be so fun. Oh my gosh. That would be so fun. And we do have an amazing frozen margarita, but it's a totally different drink. It's just a totally different drink. And that one took a lot of work.
Yep. If you like
Can we
frozen
still have drinks after VSG?
we've got the
Hold on.
frozen pina colada in it. We've got a frozen strawberry daiquiri in it. And again, they're like, if those are drinks that you absolutely love, I
We
think
work hard
we
to
really
get
work
the
hard at
recipe
perfecting
right.
it. So it's really kind of worth getting the cookbook if you love this type
If
of
that's
drink.
your favorite,
If that's your
yeah.
kind of drink and you're like, I'm low carb and
Okay. Let me answer a couple of these real
yeah.
quick. Okay, so Delia says, can we have drinks after
Why don't
VSG?
you
And
answer what
Kelly
is-
says,
no.
what is VSG? Okay, VSG is vertical sleeve gastrectomy. A lot of people that follow me have had that surgery because I had it myself almost 2 years ago now. You
Oh,
can drink after VSG, but not immediately. So I don't know how far out you are. Some doctors say a year. Some doctors say 6 months. Some doctors say 3 months. All surgeons are different. Basically, they just want you to be careful because some people it hits a little harder. It didn't hit me any differently. I probably waited 3 months and had a glass of champagne. I didn't really drink very often. I drank hard pretty darn rarely while I was losing because alcohol does kind of stall you because it's technically a toxin, right? So your body has to burn it before anything else. So if you're adding much alcohol to your diet, it can definitely, and all the chemistry changes and stuff, it can definitely stall you. So if you are in that weight loss mode, alcohol is a very, very rare treat, is what I would say. That would be my advice. I don't know how far out you are, Delia, but that would be my advice. And then once you're at maintenance and maintaining pretty well, then you can have a couple drinks a week or something and it's not going to bother you, or at least not those people, you know. That's how I feel about it. I forgot we were so close in surgery. It'll be 2 years in January. Oh yeah, I'm November 23rd. So I'm almost to my 2 years. We'll see where I am at 2 years. I pretty much lost my first year and maintained my second year. I kind of got to where I felt good and felt really good about myself. Now I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to lose some more, but I did a really good job of maintaining for a good little while there. How much weight did I lose? 100 pounds. I lost right at 100 pounds. Exactly. Exactly. A couple times I dropped down a little more than that, but pretty much stayed right at 100 pounds lost for me. And I credit that mainly to the ketogenic way of eating, truthfully. I don't know that I would be where I am if I hadn't done low carb. That's what works for me. I have lots of friends. I don't know if Patrice is still on here or not, but she is way farther out than me and has had amazing success, and she's never done low carb stuff. So everything works different for everybody. But for me, I think keto has been like my savior with maintaining weight loss.
All right, back to drinking. Somebody was asking about.
Back to drinking, y'all. I need some more kombucha. They were asking about White Russian.
White Russian. So this is our low carb. What is this, Jackson? Coffee liqueur.
By the way, this is really good. This Dahlia Sophia G-Spot kombucha
Kahlua
is really good.
It's coffee liqueur for. And again, just I don't know how you search it. We have a YouTube that is we have. Were we live for that? Did we do the coffee one live? I can't remember.
I feel like it was in our Halloween. No, it was before that. We have a Time to Shrink playlist. I mean, a Time to Drink playlist. You can go to the playlist and look for what drink you're looking for.
But this is one you can make if you have the ingredients. Like you could make it tomorrow and drink it tomorrow because we have an infusion way to do it.
Like somebody talked about earlier that we do drink infusions with a whipped cream canister using nitrous oxide. So you could make this just like that.
Yeah, you can make it.
I didn't make it sound. There we go.
What do we use? We use vodka and brandy, and then vodka to make the drink too. So, look, if somebody was asking about White Russians, we absolutely love them. If also, I'm sorry, I don't remember who it was. When you make your White Russian, take a couple sips of it, then go and open a Coke Zero. And pour about 2 ounces of Coke Zero in your White Russian, and it will absolutely change your life.
It elevates it.
It will absolutely change your life.
Yeah, one of y'all told us, I don't know if they're here tonight, but one of y'all told us on a live, they asked him to make, it's called a bulldog, right? Yeah. They asked him to make a bulldog.
Oh, so good.
This is our favorite part.
I almost put it on here because
it is one of my favorites. This is our favorite part of our lives, is after we've made the drinks we were talking about, and people ask us to make things. Jackson, something's happening.
What?
I don't know, but I think the computer was talking to me. Anyways.
All right, I got one more drink to make from the playlist tonight, and it is also
100 pounds, Kelly.
A lot of fun. All right.
You have another one?
I got one more that I was going to do. Yeah.
Okay, did you do everybody's request? I think you did.
There was the one that Jack looked up.
Oh, the cheat sheet?
What was it?
The cheat sheet's the one with it's a pina colada but vodka, and we don't have cream of coconut.
Yeah. We don't have all the
pina
stuff
coladas. I'm telling you, we have an absolute
it's so
out
good.
of this world.
And it's great without alcohol in it too. My kids love it.
It's so good.
My kids love it as a mocktail.
It's so good. We tried so hard. So many.
It was a hard drink.
But yeah, definitely.
We didn't like it, and we didn't like it.
Substitute the vodka for the rum, and it sounds like you're good to go.
Yeah. So it's in the cookbook, which is linked down below. It's only $12 off, and
If you're not going to use the Coke, can I have it? I got it for me to drink.
All right. So we're making a Waldorf, last one on the list. I love any kind of drink that uses the absinthe. Again, this is one where you would put the absinthe in the glass and you kind of rim it around
and dump it out.
And dump out the excess. We have this sprayer. Again, this is a great thing. It probably cost you like $16 on Amazon.
Expensive at all. And
I'm
it's
just gonna
listed.
Spray the glass there. We're going to come back and use a little bit more. This is a Waldorf.
Kelly, seriously, absinthe, you think you're going to hate it. It doesn't have any of the ramifications.
Those are old wives'
tales. And it really lends something to drinks. But you don't want to use a lot of it because it's very strong. So the spritzer is perfect. It just gives you the smell more than the taste. But it doesn't taste bad either. It tastes like licorice. So if you hate licorice, I would say no.
You love it,
but
trust me.
I thought I hated licorice until I drank absinthe, and I enjoy it
All
this
right.
way.
So we got 2 ounces. This is a Waldorf.
Whitney went to Waldorf school, so she'll have to take note.
Well, this is a Waldorf. It's very famous from the Waldorf Astoria Hotel in New York City. Also known as a Waldorf, a classic Waldorf, or a Waldorf cocktail #1. I've got about 2 ounces of rye vodka. It's not rye vodka. Rye vodka, very good though. Rye whiskey. I'm going with about an ounce, 3/4 of an ounce of the vermouth. So it's kind of like think of it as like a martini, but you're using the rye whiskey instead. You're also going to use some bitters. You can go any way you want. Again, the old #1 uses the Angostura Bitters. Probably do about 2 dashes, and those are dashes right there, y'all. Like, really shake your wrist. It's okay to put some flavor into your dashes.
Looks like a bunch of people are saying keto has helped them with their weight loss and maintenance, which is awesome. I think it's definitely a great way for very many people.
It's obviously my first time using a Boston shaker here, but there you go. And you can go with a garnish here of some sort of peel if you want. I'm not going to because this where it gets a little tricky, y'all. I'm gonna give it a little spritz of the absinthe on top. Just half spritz there. There you go. That's a classic Waldorf cocktail #1.
That sounds pretty good.
It's great.
I kind of want to taste that. I'm not going to, but I kind of want to.
That's good.
We had to pause. We had to have a moment of silence for that drink, apparently, y'all.
That's a pretty bougie drink right there, y'all.
It's a bougie drink.
Oh, yeah.
Well, as one of Jason's best friends always says he's bougie. She's always saying he's the most bougie guy.
All right, so those are our drinks for tonight. Lots of fun, easy. Those are my favorites. They're just...
Didn't someone request a White Russian?
He did that.
Oh, yeah.
He just talked through it. He showed how to use it, how to make it, that you would need to make the Kahlua.
You gotta make the Kahlua.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We had so much fun. We try to do one of these every single Friday night. Sometimes it's live. Sometimes it is posted.
Not this week, but next week we'll be live streaming again.
Okay, so next week there'll be a pre-filmed one that you'll see at 8 p.m. and
That's
then
not true.
I don't know. Apparently, I don't know what I'm talking about. But sometimes we're live on Fridays at 8. Sometimes Fridays at 8 you show up and we have a pre-filmed show for you. But we try to always have something every Friday night at 8. We missed only once. Last week we missed. I was having a really rough time. But
next week, if you want to drink along with us, we're going to turn 1 can of Gosling's ginger beer into 3 different drinks. Lots of
Are
fun.
we doing live next week?
No, we're going to record it.
We're going to record it.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're going to record it, but I've already got it planned out. So it's 1 can of Gosling's ginger beer. If you're not familiar with it, great. You can use any kind of ginger beer you want, but if you're not
Diet ginger beer.
Diet Gosling's, then
It's the best. It's
oh,
the
you're
best.
doing your
It's the
life.
best.
Yep.
Okay.
So that's going to be next week. All 3 of those drinks are going to be in our cookbook too, and that's a wrap for
That's a
tonight,
wrap.
y'all.
And Hazel says she's so glad, huh? Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Be blessed.
Happy Taco Tuesday.
On Friday.